Hi, I'm Doug Farr with Snap Finance. I'm here today at Saunders Furniture in Colville, Washington, in northern Washington, about 20 miles from the Canadian border. I wanted to today do a tutorial on making a Triarama. I think the Triarama is one of the best pieces of point of purchase materials because, as you can see here in the background, it moves in the wind, attracts the eye. We have one here in Saunders that we just hung that's kind of competing for attention with those balloons, which is exactly what you want out of point of purchase material. So just a real quick tutorial on making this Triarama. A lot of people don't know how to do it. It's really not that hard. It takes about 3 minutes. First thing you're going to do is just match up the two corners of your first poster for proper alignment. Install a staple in both corners. And I like to put one right even with the first line, and then another one somewhere in between those two. All right. Next, if you're making one in a community where Spanish is necessary, then this is always a good time to maybe use your third poster as Spanish. But in this case, we're using all English. Secure with staples. I used to use tape to do this, which makes a really nice clean edge, but it's so hard to do, and it requires 3 people. Staples are the new method of choice, and I'm even going to submit as a best practice. So line up your corners all along. Okay, you got the Triarama done. See that? Pretty fast and easy. In the early days, I had to make a Triarama out of styrofoam. It was a pain. Your first Triarama kit piece is the one with the point on the top. It's a little triangle that holds the string. Now, the easiest way to decide where this is going to go is to hold it inside for alignment. I like to put it right in between the I and the N in the approval and a snap. Make sure you take into account the bend for the distance when you make the tabs, and I'm just making little bumps through the poster with the tabs. So you can see this little bump here, hopefully, in the camera, and then that tells you where to put your holes. A couple holes there, which allows your tab to go in and seat properly right into the notch where you want it to be. Good stuff. I've got a perfect measurement of where the holes go now, taking into account for the curvature, the extra distance taken up by the curvature. You just simply go around, do the same thing here. Make sure you're level on the second one. Make some marks. Make some holes. And get her done. Okay, so that's the top. Some supplemental staples here help in case the wind really gets whipping. Flip it over, do the same. The bottom. Find the center. On the word snap, it's usually, there's an exclamation point, so you don't want to go right between the N and the A, but about a quarter of the way into the A. Make your mark. Because we are out of here. Now, it's just a matter of which of these hanging devices you're going to use. For a suspended ceiling with tracks, you use this flat one. You simply insert that in the track, turn it a quarter turn, and it'll snap right into place on that track. In this storage, you can see the ceiling is not suspended. So if you're hanging off of conduit or framing or I-beams or ductwork or light fixtures, you'll want to use this connector. And it's super easy. You just hang it over wherever you want it to go. The other nice thing about this is that there's no knots required. That little metal tab there goes through the top hole. Slide it through sideways. Straighten it out, and you got your Triarama. So hopefully that'll help. I know there's a lot of confusion about the Triarama. People don't use it because it's a pain. It's really not that big of a deal. Do 2 or 3 and you'll get the system down. All right, rock and roll, have fun.